What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Ableton Music Producer Podcast. This is Dan Giffen. Man, we live in a weird time right now. I don't know about you guys, but it's just kind of strange. I went to the grocery store yesterday and it was an animal house. I saw people taking stuff out of each other's shopping carts. It was just insane. Like, everybody is stocking up for life on toilet paper, and it's just a strange, wild time we live in right now. I want to give a special shout out to a lot of people in the live entertainment industry. I know this has been hit really hard for a lot of you. I've had a lot of people on this podcast, special guests, who their entire job and careers focused on live performance events, which have been canceled all across the board. So I just want to say thoughts and prayers to all of you people out there who have been hit by this financially. In this episode, we're going to not wallow in sadness and hopelessness and despair. We're going to actually get off of our asses, and we're going to be like, what can we be doing right now with the time we've been given? Because right now, I don't know about you, but a lot of us have been given more time than we've ever had. And I'm going to be talking to you about things you could be doing, some resources for you to be learning in this midst of being quarantined at home, stuck on the couch. I'm going to talk to you a couple different things I've seen and learned about making money. We're going to talk a little bit about live streaming. We're going to talk about other podcasts and things you could be reading up on to learn and grow and stretch yourself as an artist in this crazy time. Because we could all just sit on the couch and eat ice cream in our Snuggies and pajamas and cry and just rock in the fetal position. Or we could get off of our butts, do some stuff, write more music, learn and grow, hopefully make some money, get really creative. Before we dive into all the goodness that I have in this podcast episode, I just want to let you guys know I've had a lot of people hit me up just really in the last year and a half. I mean, like, Dan, when are you going to do a mixing course in Ableton Live? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I do not have a mixing course in Ableton Live, but I've decided that I'm going to be doing a series of 4 webinars, and we're going to start March 25th. I'm going to be sharing from beginning to end my mixing workflow all the way up to mastering. And I'd like to show you a lot of my secret tips and things that I use in my arsenal with Ableton Live and other third-party plugins that I use for finishing off a song to complete it, to get it ready for a good master. Doesn't matter what genre you're into, everything I teach and share in these webinars are going to apply to you and can be used in other DAWs as well. So if you've ever struggled to get your mixes sound really tight and to just dial in that bass or that kick, I'm going to be showing you a lot more than that in the series of 4 one-hour webinars starting March 25th. Go to liveproducersonline.com/mixing, liveproducersonline.com/mixing. Normally, I would be charging 2 to 3 times as much, but I'm giving away these 4 webinars for only $50. And because I love all of you that are supporting the podcast by listening, you can use the discount code FRIENDSHIP and you're going to save $10. So, but go to liveproducersonline.com/mixing. I would love to meet you guys there, even see some of your faces, hear the music you're creating, and we're going to dive deep to accelerate your skills mixing and give you some knowledge and skills to start mixing and busting out more tracks at home during this quarantine. I'm also going to be doing live streaming on YouTube every Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern. And just go to Live Producers Online on YouTube, subscribe. I'm going to be sharing new tips and things I'm learning, anything from Ableton Live devices to just new industry news and stuff on YouTube, 3 p.m. every Friday. See you there. So let's get started. There's a couple different things I saw about making money. Right now, as an artist, the internet is your oyster. Like, you have so many options and opportunities online. A couple different things I'd recommend. Number one, if you are already a producer or you mix for other people or just an artist, singer, even like a guitar player of any sorts, check out Sound Better. If you haven't seen Sound Better, I've actually had a decent amount of work doing mixing and mastering for other artists all over the world, and just go to soundbetter.com. That's a great resource. It was actually recently acquired by Spotify, but enables you to like offer services to anybody around the world without even having to leave your home studio. People can submit to you to do their recording or mixing or mastering, production, songwriting. It's a good way to make money, and it has like a whole payment platform. So soundbetter.com, check that out. Another way to make some money is if you already have a fan base or a following, you should definitely be merchandising. Like, merch is the number one revenue stream for most touring artists. And even if you're not touring right now, which obviously nobody is, then you could still be selling your merch. I like using Bandcamp's merch store. It's free. Just go to bandcamp.com, set up an artist profile, and you could sell your merch there. Start posting some really awesome photos of your merch, or somebody else wearing it, or you wearing it, with a little video, and have a direct link to your Bandcamp store, and start selling merch. You can buy merch online right now if you don't have it, and have it shipped to your doorstep. Sell it to your friends, sell it to people around the world. I think there is, like, right now, this sense of community online, and people are wanting to support other people. So if you are doing financially well, support the local artists that you love, and hit them up and ask if you can even buy their merch. I'm sure they'd really appreciate it. And get creative. So my band Philia, we ordered some mugs with my dog's face printed on it, and I wrote a song called Wiggles, which was for her, and she's like wearing sunglasses, and it's a real photo of her, and I put it on a mug, and those have been selling okay. We even started selling herbal grinders at our shows, and that was a huge success, and making a decent profit margin off of that. So get creative with your merch. Don't just buy a short sleeve t-shirt and just slap your logo on it. I mean, you can, because I've done that, and people still buy it if they're really big fans. But get creative with your merch and sell stuff people want. If you do set up a merch store, I recommend bundling certain items together. You can also say free shipping and then just charge that into the price of the item itself. Or if you buy a hoodie, you also get a sticker and something else. Bundling items and then even charging a little bit more for them is a good business practice. Also, doing discount codes saying, hey, for today only, I'm giving 15% off all my merch or something. Right on. So let's talk about live streaming. This is a big one. Everybody seems to be going into the live streaming circuit right now for good reasons, because we still need human interaction. It's part of our DNA. But I would say live stream some concerts. You can do this just from YouTube. You can do this from your Facebook page. You can even do it from Instagram. Just plug in your guitar and start playing and set up your phone. Get a nice tripod for like your phone camera. You go to Amazon, there's a lot of different adapters for that. And then just start uploading maybe 2-3 times a week a video of you performing or DJing or whatever that looks like. If we're going to get a little nerdier, one thing you could do is you could set up a paypal.me link. So paypal.me, you can set up a account and you can have people basically pay you and do donations. You can even do donations through Facebook as well, and do some live streaming and have a private YouTube link or an unlisted YouTube link and share that with people that want to donate to a private show. I would definitely recommend even doing a subscription with Patreon, where you could have gated content, where you could upload videos of yourself, talking to your fans about the music you're working on behind the scenes. There's a lot of different options, so get really creative, and Patreon's a great way to have reoccurring subscription payments. There's a lot of resources on their site about how to do it well. When it comes to live streaming, there's a couple different platforms that I've been researching. I've been using what's called OBS, and if you're not familiar with OBS, it's a way that you can route video and audio for live streaming. So you can actually even record straight to your computer using it as well. But I run 2 webcams in USB into my computer, and then I have a microphone set up, and then I also have another input that's from Ableton Live. So in other words, I can have my high quality microphone, I can have 2 high quality cameras, and then I can have high quality streaming coming out of Ableton Live. OBS is free. Just check it out. I think just go to obsproject.com/download. And there's a lot of YouTube tutorials and resources on how to use that. But that's how you can get high quality streaming with cameras and Ableton Live and your voice and everything. A lot of people who do tutorials and stuff probably use OBS as well. Another thing that I've been looking into is rather than just streaming to one platform like just YouTube or just Facebook, there's something called simulcasting, which allows you to push, say, a feed that you had in OBS to, say, Facebook and YouTube and Twitch at the same time. Twitch is another great platform for live streaming, but there's a couple different programs out there that you can do simulcasting. So you could push a live video feed of yourself to all of your social channels. There's one called lula.tv, which you can actually use for Instagram Live. It's the only one for Instagram Live that I've found that I've tried that works. But these are paid subscriptions. But there's lula.tv. There's another popular one called restream.io. There's Twitch, and then there's also Caster, so CASTR. But you can use those kind of platforms to push live video, live streaming to multiple social accounts at the same time. So check those out if you're interested in doing something like that. Otherwise, I just say, get online, get a camera, just start live streaming, set up a paypal.me link or a Patreon, and encourage people to support you there. So those are a couple quick ideas to make some money right now that you could be doing or looking into. As far as learning goes, obviously I'm going to be a little bit biased with my site. I've been doing a lot more one-on-one private lessons through my pro membership on Live Producers Online. And you can access all of my Ableton Live courses and the pro membership. We can meet one-on-one to work on your projects and help you reach your goals. Use the discount code SAVE15 and you can get 15% off of any membership plan. And I would be super happy to help you in this time with producing, performing, mixing, whatever you're wanting to do. And that's on liveproducersonline.com. Man, I really just encourage you guys to spend this time that you have to just learn and grow and refine your skills. So here's a couple other resources you can consider. I would encourage you to also read, there's a book called Making Music. It was endorsed by Ableton Live, and it was written by Dennis DeSantis. It's 74 creative strategies for electronic music producers. I really encourage you guys and challenge you just to spend a lot of time learning. I mean, now you've been given more time probably than you've had in a long time or ever. And this is a great chance to be learning and growing your skills and refining yourself. There's that book, Making Music, 74 Creative Strategies for Electronic Music. Definitely encourage you also to check out some other podcasts from a few of my homies. Brian Funk, the music production podcast, check him out. I was on his podcast and he was on mine a while ago. The New Music Business podcast, Ari Herstand, who was a guest on here, he works with a lot of DIY musicians and artists on how to make a career with music. He just started a new podcast, so shout out to Ari. Go check that out. He also has a newer book, How to Make It in the New Music Business. Go check that out as well. It's a good audio book. I've read it. There is another podcast called the Creative Juice Podcast by my friend Circa. Definitely check that out. He has a lot of great tips and strategies for independent artists to make money, and he has a really good series on merchandising too, which I encourage you to check that out. But he talks a lot about social media ads and to monetize your fan base and all that good stuff. There's also the CD Baby DIY Musician podcast, and I've had Kevin Bruner on this podcast as well, so shout out to him. Go listen to those podcasts if you guys haven't already, because it's super dope. But yeah, this is just kind of a short and sweet episode. I just wanted to challenge you guys and encourage you guys and give you some of these things that I found valuable that could hopefully maybe help you earn a little bit of money or just grow your skills and stretch yourself as a producer, as an artist, as a creative. And yeah, much love to everybody out there. Just wanted to let you know I am here as a resource. Don't forget, I'm going to be going live streaming on the YouTube channel every Friday at 3 p.m. I'll be sharing what I'm doing with my own music, with my music project Philia, and just devices and hacks and workflows that I'm using with Ableton Live in my productions. Also, don't forget that mixing webinar. If you want to go deeper with your mixing skills and refining your tracks and getting them ready for release, this is the mixing webinar series for you. I'll be diving deep into Ableton Live's devices and different hacks and workflows and tips that I've learned from a lot of other amazing mastering engineers. So check that out. Go to liveproducersonline.com/mixing. If you guys would like to join me in this 4 webinar series, it's going to be really fun, and I can't wait to meet you guys. Yeah, and use that discount code FRIENDSHIP to save $10. Much love, everybody. Go out there, learn, grow, stay safe and healthy. Much love, and I'll see you next time.